This is never going to end. We have some more documentation coming from the LA Times discussing CDC and its members pivoting on the concept of herd immunity, which they didn't acknowledge, then they acknowledged, and then they said, well, we can't really shoot for that anymore. And there's this article here about, again, the LA Times that really brings this point home. Let me get to the important part. Many Americans embrace the novel farmyard phrase, and with it, the projection that 70 to 80% or 85% of the population was vaccinated against COVID-19. The virus will go away, the pandemic will be over. Now the herd is restless. And experts at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have set aside herd immunity as a national goal. The prospects for meeting a clear herd immunity target are very complicated. And this is what Dr. Jefferson Jones, who's a medical officer on the CDC's COVID-19 Epidemiology Task Force, thinking that we'll be able to achieve some kind of threshold where there'll be no more transmission of infections may not be possible. And this is what Jones acknowledged last week to members on a panel that he advises the CDC on vaccines. Vaccines have been quite effective in preventing cases of COVID-19 that lead to severe illness and death. Remember, it doesn't stop transmission. It doesn't stop you from catching it. But none has proved reliable at blocking transmission of the virus, Jones noted. No shit. So, again, I know people get, Eric, he's spreading medical misinformation. It does stop transmission. You guys do understand that that's outdated information. You need to update your firmware. Your handlers don't even believe that shit. Your handlers, the experts you tell us to listen to, do not believe that shit. They've already long conceded for months now that, well, it doesn't stop transmission. Y'all still clinging to that lie. Recent evidence has also made it clear that immunity provided by vaccines can wane in a matter of months. The result is that even if vaccination were universal, the Modelo virus will continue to spread. We would discourage thinking in terms of a strict goal. The Dr. Oliver Brooks, a member of the CDC's advisory committee on immunization practices. It was a sobering new message with potential worrisome effects. With just 58.5% of all Americans fully vaccinated, we do need to increase the uptake of COVID-19 shots. Unfortunately, he said Jones' unexpected admission almost makes you less motivated to get more people vaccinated. Wow, that's saying a lot. And that person would even say that. I'm pretty sure they got a stern talking to from the guys at the top. You can't be saying the quiet parts out loud. Brooks said he worried that the CDC backs off a specific target for herd immunity. It will take the air out of the efforts of vaccination levels. Yeah, basically you tell people the truth, they might not do what we want them to do. That's basically what happens. A public takeaway from the promise of herd immunity may also further undermine the CDC's credibility. They've done that themselves. It's a science communications problem, Dr. John Brooks, Chief Medical Officer for the CDC's COVID-19 response. We said, based on our experience with other diseases, that when you get up to 70% to 80%, you often get herd immunity. It has a lot of tricks up its sleeve, referring to SARS-CoV-2, and it's repeatedly challenged us. It's impossible to predict what herd immunity will be in a new pathogen until you reach herd immunity. So, these rules are insane. It's just like the Nancy Pelosi. We gotta pass the bill to know what's in it. So this motherfucker says we gotta reach herd immunity to know what herd immunity is. We want clean answers, and sometimes they exist, but on this, we're still learning. This is what's happening, guys. They want to keep it open-ended because it allows them to keep kicking the perpetual can down the road. That's it. If you give people a goal and they hit the goal, well, you're in a bit of a predicament. So just say, well, yeah, we kind of said that often happens this is the level you want to reach, but this is a different virus. And we don't know. We're still learning. So we can't give you anything strict to how long you guys got to keep doing this shit. It'll never stop. Look, people wonder why folks immediately start to put their tinfoil hat on. But you almost have to put it on. Because, number one, none of this makes sense. But for two, you're watching people move the goalposts every other week. The people that we're supposed to listen to, okay? Or they tell you that we're supposed to listen to. So with that being said, what the fuck? What is this? They keep making recommendations and they don't even know what the end game is. What it looks like, they have no idea. Some of y'all gonna get it, and some of y'all will never get it. Either way, it is what exactly it is. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Cannon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcannonsake.com.